Yeah.
And you guys all froze.
Well, yeah, that's the same thing we saw, but for you.
But for you. Okay.
But for
So, Steve, where are you at? In the garage? In the shed?
I'm in the shed.
yeah, man, we can't keep Steve out there for too long, man. That dude is
No,
gonna.
it's cool. This thing's real warm.
Yeah, that must be nice,
Yeah,
man.
no, I'm good, man.
I
Shit.
would love to
It's like
be.
it's like 34 right now.
Oh, that
You
sounds
know,
so
What?
good.
Man, it's
it's just
freezing up here. It's 78 degrees.
whew, how do you do it? No,
Yeah,
but it's chill, bro. I'm bundled up. Like it's
yeah,
not
it's
even a
nice.
thing.
It's
I'll come outside in like 30-degree weather in my tank top, like for like less than a minute, but I'll do it.
yeah,
It's a
get
different cold.
yeah, your chest hairs get
It
all
is.
stiff.
It is, yeah, yeah. But you know what? Like what I found out about being up here is like you get here and you get in the cold and you want to move, you want to like work.
Be
So like
active.
when we were like clearing all those trees from last year, from the
Mm.
winter storm last year, it knocked down the whole side of trees. We were just there, and even though it was like 28 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
I had my jacket open. And I was just like no hat on, like it was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you get that vapor that comes off your body. Looks like
Yeah, man.
smoke.
Sleep.
Yeah, man. The heat.
All right.
So
Say that
yeah, it
again.
was
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, yeah. So that was interesting, but
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, man, I love being in cold weather. I think the one time I got the sickest I've ever been was in Colorado, and I called myself outside training in the snow, and that was no bueno. It did not go
oof.
well.
Muy bueno.
And that was pretty good, Dave. Now I can see you bigger. So what'd you do? Turn the phone sideways?
Yeah, because I kept holding it. But so here's my makeshift tripod. The
I
book,
got you
and
frozen
I
on
put you right here.
He he blocks out the picture of his children just to be with us.
That's right. Yeah.
I got him frozen on my phone, so I can't see it.
What?
Oh, it's frozen. No. On us, we're good. We can. What I'm recording right now can be seen, so that's good.
You can see it. I can't see it on.
You can't see me?
Yeah.
No, I just
Steve
got your
can't see it.
I got your smiling face, like just
Yeah.
Well,
frozen.
See?
well, for technical sakes, we're just gonna have to. Steve, you're gonna have to be okay with the smile.
You have to pay extra for that part of the stream if you want to see me moving.
Yeah.
No, the other time it froze, it had your hands like this, like down here, so it looked very. You were like,
Yeah. And then he has this robe on, like, oh man, Dave is gonna flash us. I don't want to see it. Ah. Oh man. All
They're
right,
gonna say,
guys.
"Where's this guy from? South Florida."
Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get this party on the road, man. So, hey, welcome everybody to Passive Games for Life. I'm Roger. We got Dave. We got Steve here. We, as husbands and fathers, have collectively come together on this Tuesday night, a night that shall remain in infamy for all of its technical difficulties. So we're talking about the top 10 skills that you can use moving forward in 2023, or the top 10 skills that you got to learn in 2023 to make some kind of money online. So if you've never done anything online before, don't let that be afraid to you. Well, don't let that scare you. I think I'm gonna edit that part out. Don't let that scare you. Because, doing work online can be quite simple once you understand what it is that you want to do. And, moving into 2023, there's going to be a lot of things changing in, society, in the world. We got economic things going on. We have digital currencies being created. We have the advent of Web3 on the horizon. All sorts of crazy things are happening. Dave and I have been discussing Chat GPT 3, which is
I don't know if we're going to talk about that.
AI. Well, I mean, we don't have to talk
No. I was just
about
saying.
it.
No,
Well, go
because
ahead.
it'll eliminate all those. It'll eliminate the entire thing we're talking about today. Because it's like, let's learn about the new things we're going to talk about for 2023. All you have to say is one thing: Chat
Chat GPT
GPT.
3.
It's going to
Okay.
ruin everything.
So, all right, yeah, let's restart, right? We're going to do it like this. Hey, welcome to Passive Gains for Life. We got the top 10 skills that is going to disappear after Chat GPT 3 takes over. But you can learn them now.
You only have about 6 months.
Nah. You got a good 5-10 years. Nah, I'm gonna say 5 years before a lot of this stuff becomes pretty much all AI. You know, but that's a wild assessment because you still need working parts. You still need people to know the back end because at the end of the day, it's still a computer. It only does what you tell it to do and whatever information you train it. So it's not like it can completely take over. Some of the codes that I've put into it, asked it to create, I still need Copilot to even check it to see if it's right. And then if you don't know coding, you could tell it to write a code. That's great. But you might not know what language you need to have it in. So you have to know syntax. You have to know the actual coding language that you want to write it for, because they'll just put out stuff in Python, but you might need it for C+, or you might need it for Java, so you have to be very specific. And there was a couple of videos I was watching today. The coders that actually know what to do will tell it exactly, hey, do this, run this script, make sure you run it in this language, and put this in there and make it do this, and it will do it. It will do it amazingly well. But, that's neither here nor there. We're still good for 2023. There's still skills that you can learn that can help you earn money online. But these are skills that you're going to want to know going forward anyway, because these are the types of things that you're going to want to be able to capitalize on that some people aren't even using right now, because at the end of the day, everything is pretty much going digital at this point. So we have to be able to navigate in this digital world. You got to have some skills. So learning new skills, no matter what skills that may be, is always going to propel you forward. Do any of you guys agree, disagree?
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Steve?
But it scares me because that whole Chat GPT, man. He said, I think it will be about 5 years before other people start to use it in the way they want to use it to make it work. But I started playing with it, and it's crazy. Like, I think it's also great because for my son, he needs help with his math, even though he's really good at math. He's just having a hard time now.
Yeah.
You just ask it like some teach me the basics of multiplication or fraction, dividing, whatever the hell it is. And it breaks it down so simple. And they were talking about how it'll get rid of teachers, but at the same time, I don't think it'll get rid of teachers. I think it's just great because the teacher can teach you something, but it's a supplementary to the teacher. So the teacher will teach you your math, but where you get stuck at, you come home, open up Chat GPT, ask it the questions. How did this break down like this? Oh, here it is, and it breaks it down further than what the teacher explained it. So
I know nothing about this program or this site or whatever this is. I kind of seen a couple things here and there, but I know nothing about it. So I'm listening to what you guys are saying.
It's insane.
Yeah,
because
it's insane, Steve.
It's wild.
It's
well, the
all
thing
of your
is,
nightmares rolled into one chatbot.
It sounds like.
Okay, so what was it? The Chat GPT was on 3.0, and the 3.5 introduced when you're talking about something. Let's say I want to do a motor swap for my car. Okay, so it tells you the steps on how to do a motor swap. Also, when I do the motor swap, how do I change a piston out? So it remembered what you said in the previous, like it'll say there was a Honda Civic with a GSR motor and this and that.
Yeah.
And then you do the motor swap, and at the same time, then you say, I want to do performance pistons with this too. Because you told it all the crap before, it knows the right pistons to put in with there.
It's literally having a conversation almost with a sentient being to an extent, you know, because it'll remember stuff that you've told it before. Like, for instance, to give another example, there was a guy that I was watching. He was doing programming, and like I said, he understood programming language, and he's like, hey, you know, I need to write this code to do X, Y, and Z. Well, it wrote the code, and he's like, hey, make sure that it's in this particular language. And it wrote the code, and he tested it out, and he was like, well, I need X, Y, Z, da, da, da. Well, it remembered the language that he asked for before. And he's like, I didn't even tell it to do this. It just assumed to put it here. Like, look at Steve. Steve's gears is turning right now.
So dope. That's crazy,
bro. It's literally.
Do you know what kids, bro? Do you know what kids are gonna be able to do with all that? Oh, crap.
Yeah. Bro, people are pulling off some really amazing stuff right now. Like,
well, did you watch the video I sent you?
Yes.
I saw the link. I haven't been able to see it yet. No.
Oh,
well, watch it because I told Roger about it, and it was showing him like, if we're in a post-apocalyptic whatever, and there's no hospitals and there's no nothing, how do I perform this surgery? All you have to do is find a bed, lay in it, get some alcohol, do this, break his face, pull the skin back. But it gave him a whole thing. Everything.
Yeah, it told him how to perform surgery. Now the only problem is it's not going to cover, like, you know, the washing of the hands, the sterilization part, you know, and besides, you know, in the post-apocalyptic situation, in a post-apocalyptic situation, it may not be any power to turn it on and ask it any questions. So hopefully you got that stored somewhere. But yeah, man, it is crazy. And honestly, for the viewers at home, if this is your first time hearing about it, you're about 2 months behind us, right? We're about 6 months behind everybody else. So it's still fairly new within the consciousness of everybody. I'm pretty sure this has like been out for like a couple of years, I think. But right now, this third iteration of it, actually, I think it's even higher. I think it's like on a GPT
3.5.
No, yeah, GPT 5. And I think that's the one that actually has the one that I told you about that has the API keys that you can use. That one's like the paid version where you have to have tokens or credits to actually use the program. But either way, it's here. It's not going anywhere. So it would be well within reason to learn it, understand it, figure out how you can use it to make some sort of income for yourself online. Because I think I told Steve this story, and I told it to you too, Dave. Maybe I did, but I've seen one guy actually ask this chat bot to write a story about a little girl and a robot. Wrote out the story. He takes the story, goes to another AI program, which is DALL-E, is still owned by the same company, OpenAI. He inputs that the story into the DALL-E, and it creates pictures generated from the AI text. Then he took them all together, put them on Amazon, and sold them as a book.
Wow.
Can't be mad at him. I'm not. I'm like,
That took no creativity from the guy who created it, though.
Well, I mean, the thing is, it's like the creativity is whatever you can come up with. And, you know, being creative is all about finding your way around whatever it is that you're seeing. All right, this is a new technology. You know, this is brand new. How creative are you to figure it out? Like, you know, when we was kids and the web was coming out, you know, we was just finding websites, and, you know, it was cool. You know, we're looking at it like, oh, click this here, you go here. Whoa, what does this take me if I go here? Ooh. Let me go ahead and click on this one. Let me put up the solitary screen. Have solitary right here on the side just in case somebody walk in the room.
You don't play solitary.
I play solitary every day. What are you talking about? But yeah,
Hey,
I
no,
mean,
but yeah, seriously though, if you think about it, I get worried about it, but at the same time, maybe they're creative people that are not very good at articulating stuff, maybe
mm-hmm,
on paper or writing it out, but they just blab it out.
mm-hmm,
And because you get to type it in and hit enter, you could break it out into little pieces. It's easier.
sure.
You can make a crazy, intricate movie
Mm-hmm.
with some amazing like effects and visualizations. And
I could see
it's
AI being like a sounding board, for a lot of people, a lot of creatives,
Yeah.
that because you still got to give it your prompts, and this and
Mm-hmm.
that. So your imagination is definitely using one compartment
Mm-hmm.
of your
yeah,
imagination. If it's your big picture people,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
give
yeah,
it a couple prompts and develop something quickly. I think that's fucking powerful as fuck,
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, because
Maybe like machines are better at math than us. Like to think that they're going to be better at creativity than us. That's
Yeah. I'll write the code for that.
well, I mean, there are use cases where you have somebody, and this is something else I heard today. You have somebody that wrote a long email, right? I've said all of this stuff in this email, but I don't want the email to be 2 pages long. So you just take that text, paste it into Chat GPT, and you go, hey, can you
Condense.
summarize this for me? Just shorten it up. Splap. There you go. As a matter of fact, I used it last week. If you watched episode number 5 and the very last video that we did in the mindset series, this is the skill set series that we're working on. I should have said that when I first started the video, but we're still new. We're still learning. We're still growing. Go ahead, hit that like button for us too. I use Chat GPT 3 to generate the title and the description. So if you read that title and description, none of that is my words. That's all completely generated by the AI, because it was like almost 9 o'clock at night. My chin is literally laying on my chest. I got the bobblehead action going on, and I'm like, man, I gotta write a description, and I gotta write a wait a minute. Hey, AI. And sure enough, it was like, here's a list of tags, here's a list of titles, and here's a description. I'm like, copy, paste, sleep.
Obviously.
and the legality of using AI and all that stuff for your own creative content, it hasn't caught up yet. So it's just like a fucking free for all right now.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say that, because they're finding out that this AI is also doing, low key plagiarism, right? It's taking certain stuff from books. It's taking certain people's art. It's actually doing digital art in a certain style, and it's actually using you can see like somebody's like signature that's kind of like muddled in the corner there, and somebody's like, that's my style, that's my art. So in the art community right now, you have a lot of people who are upset about this, and they're like, hey, this is plagiarism. And it's in a very muddy area, but hey, this is what happens when you have new technology, new innovation. Things like this is going to happen. So it's up to the people at that time that's actually in there to figure out how to solve these problems. And this is what this channel is all about. How can we solve problems for other people? Because that's the only way you're going to make a good living for yourself, is solving someone else's problems. So it's about creativity, yes, but if you can find how to solve an issue that a lot of people are having, that's where your money comes in at. So passive gains for life comes from solving problems for life. That's basically how it boils down. So let's get into this top 10 digital skills that we can learn in 2023 before the AI bots take over. And right now, as a matter of fact, a lot of the stuff on this list is in danger of being taken over by AI. However, right now in this moment, you can use AI in aiding you to learn these skills quicker, faster, and understanding them better. Or maybe you can use the AI to create some of these things. So the first one at the top of my list is graphic design. So graphic design comes natural to me because I'm an artist. That's what I do. I create the overlays for our videos. I do artwork. I do all that kind of stuff. Got a little projects that we're working on right now, but graphic design is indeed in demand for everybody right now because graphic design is how we visually see the world, right? And you could do things in graphic designs. It's not just about art. It's about the layout on paper. You can create flyers or digital flyers or newsletters, things of that nature, web design. All of that stuff falls under graphic design. Dave is pretty good with art. Steve, maybe you do art. I know Steve.
No, I'm a musician. I'm a musician, man. I don't draw. I wish I could draw.
Yeah.
I always like drawing.
I wish I could do music. I cannot play an instrument. I would like to learn how to play an instrument one day, but it just my dad is a saxophone player. My cousins play instruments, but they can also draw too. So it's like we it's in the bloodline. It's achievable, but I just my skill set is computers and art. So digital art is like number one on the list for me. So you at home, how do you feel about digital art? Let us know in the comments below. Let us know what are you interested in? What skill, especially if you don't hear a skill that you're good at that's not on this list of 10 that we have. Let us know in the comments below what skill you're good at, and maybe we can possibly do an episode on one of those skills when our next skill set series. So moving to the next one. You know what? I'm just going to go straight down the list. Copywriting. Now, I'm the only one in our group that even understands what copywriting is. And this is like sales copy, right? So it's when you're creating text or some sort of written media to help you sell a product, right? So I have a book over here called Copywriting Secrets, and it's basically using, especially for you guys, so I can explain to you, Steve and Dave, it's basically using text to help invoke an emotion for somebody to purchase an item, right? So typically how copywriting would work is if you go to the store to buy a drill, all right? So if you see a sale that says drill $99, you get the drill, you get a battery charger, and you get these drill bits to go with it. That sounds good?
Yep.
No, yes, no.
Sounds awesome.
Oh, wait, there's more.
No,
oh, wait, there's more. Well, sales copy would read like this. It's like, drill set, $99, one-time deal. Get it now before supplies run out. You'll be able to, fix that coffee table, level out the playing field for the tools inside of your garage. It's just about
identifying some of the stuff that you can fix with it. So then this way it's a persuasion for the person to buy the tool.
There you go.
Basically persuasion.
Yeah. So when I try to explain it, I'm like trying to explain it the way I see it in my head. And it's like this stuff, it takes me time to sit down and write it out. I've got to practice it more, but here's a quick caveat back to Chat GPT-3. It does copywriting.
Wow. That's perfect.
I need to sell this product. Here's the pain points. Here's the problem points. Here's what I want. Here's the demographic I want to sell to. Here's the there you go. So copywriters, beware. If you don't figure out how to use this AI to your advantage, AI is going to take your job. Yes. It's where we are. And it's funny. It's like how Dave started out. He was like, it's like even no point in even talking about these. No, it is a point, because if you can understand it now, right, before it completely takes over, maybe you can create some sort of interface for yourself that can work with it. There's some people right now that's actually using the APIs, and they're linking it back to the chat. So basically what an API is a application programming interface, and you can create a program or application that interfaces with the chat GPT, create an app, right? And that app kind of sits on top of the chat, and it allows you to provide a service to make that chat more interactive. So you can make a copywriting AI or a copywriting application that has specific identifiers in it, right, for people who are trying to do copywriting. But you can actually create an application and charge for the service for you condensing down that whole process of what to ask, how to ask, and the information to put in, because somebody who doesn't understand copywriting is not going to know to specifically ask for the demographic or ask for the pain points or even give it the pain points. But if you can create an application to interface with the chat, then you've effectively created a problem solving tool. And you just make sure that you charge adequately, make it reasonable. And that could be the way you make money, by using the chat GPT-3. That's
what I wanted to do for my website.
Yeah.
With the AutoCAD stuff. Ask me anything you want. I'm right here 24/7. How do you do this in AutoCAD? And it just does it automatically.
Well, I mean, you there's nothing but air and opportunity right now. I mean, we're going through major changes in the world. Like, digital currency is literally on the horizon. Don't let these what do you call it? These bureaucrats make you afraid of what's happening. Don't turn away from what's happening, because crypto, ooh, it's scary. Yeah, no, pay attention, because while they got you looking left, they're doing something on the right, because they're telling everybody crypto is bad and we're going to regulate, but blockchain is here to stay. Wait a minute, sir. Blockchain is literally crypto. Blockchain is literally Bitcoin. There would be no such thing of the blockchain without Bitcoin. What happened? You said something, Steve?
No, yeah. The currencies are built on blockchain technology.
So they're telling everybody
that technology can do a lot of different things. It doesn't have to just be coins,
Yeah, it don't just have to be coins, but they're telling everybody, hey, you want to stay away from these cryptos, but blockchain is here to stay. Sir, blockchain cannot be used without cryptocurrencies. It's like, so you're trying to do something. Oh yeah, they're minting their own coins now. So I'm telling you, this stuff is not going anywhere. It's better to adapt and evolve instead of die out and just get left behind.
Dissolve.
Yep. Yeah, dissolve, right? So that was number 2, copywriting. Number 3, video production. Now, video production is one of the most sought after. Oops, gotta hold that thought. We'll be back next week. This is the end of episode 6. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy New Year.